Exposing silence, pressure mounts on world leaders over complicity in Gaza devastation as 𝐮𝐤𝐬𝐬 hearing on genocide set to resume. By our correspondent 𝐮𝐩𝐬𝐬𝐭. American-made lander touches down on the moon, marking a new era of lunar exploration. By our correspondent 𝐮𝐩𝐬𝐬𝐭. Young American airman immolates himself protesting U.S. support for Israel's ongoing genocide of Palestinians. By our correspondent 𝐮𝐻𝐬𝐬𝐿. Annual prestigious Venice Biennale Art Festival faces calls to remove Israeli exhibit over Gaza conflict. By our correspondent 𝐮𝐩𝐬𝐬𝐿. Released octogenarian Austrian hostage who knowingly visited Taliban-controlled Afghanistan says he'd like to go back. By AMT correspondent. Muslim civil rights organization MLFA who filed a complaint against Harvard says Muslim and Palestinian students' right to protest must be protected. By our correspondent 𝐮𝐲𝐬𝐬𝐿. As Michigan primary underway, Biden's upbeat outlook on Gaza ceasefire by next week met with cautious responses from Israel, Hamas, even Qatari mediators. By our correspondent 𝐮𝐻𝐬𝐬𝐿. Saudi Arabia's historic leap, welcoming its first female camel patrolwoman. By our correspondent 𝐮𝐩𝐬𝐬𝐿. Terror strikes worshippers, dozens killed in Burkina Faso mosque and church attacks. By AMT correspondent. 114-year-old Texan claims title of oldest living American. By our correspondent 𝐮𝐩𝐬𝐬𝐿. San Francisco takes step towards righting historical wrongs. By our correspondent 𝐮𝐩𝐬𝐬𝐿. Exposed agenda, independent media uncover serious ethical questions about New York Times reporting on Gaza, including Hamas sexual assault claims. By our correspondent 𝐮𝐻𝐬𝐬𝐿. New Zealand government prioritizes pockets over lungs, smoking ban axed for tax cuts. By AMT correspondent. Dying man's confession confirmed, one of Japan's most wanted fugitives identified through DNA test. By our correspondent 𝐮𝐩𝐬𝐬𝐿. U.S. authorities extend detention of Pakistani captain linked to Houthis weapons shipment. By AMT correspondent. For more updates, visit our website at AmericanMuslimToday.com. Follow us on our social media accounts on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter.